Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Grave Mistakes podcast. We are back, and today we are going to be covering one of the strangest and most recent horror movies to come out, Undertone.
Welcome to the Undertone podcast, where we talk about all things creepy. I'm your in-house skeptic, Evie Babbage, and my believer co-host says he has a real treat for us today.
We're listening to 10 mysterious audio recordings from an anonymous email.
Oh my God. Are you implying there's hidden messages in it?
Let me play it back in reverse.
Just like always,
Yes.
Slim is going to give us a synopsis.
I was very interested in this movie when I first heard about it, just the weird trailers that came out. But yeah, let's get into it. Undertone, it's about a young woman named Evie. Her mother is kind of bedridden, so Evie is staying at her mother's house. Her mother's actually just not talking at all throughout this entire movie. She's kind of just in bed, like I said. She's supposed to be in bed all day. And Evie is doing this podcast, this horror, like, kind of anthology, I guess, where they talk about like creepy happenings and other stuff.
True crime.
Trying to like true crime, kind of like cyber horror stuff too, like with cursed videos. Her and her co-host Justin, they kind of decipher these videos, and Justin is sent these 10 audio files, and they just decide to make just a podcast about it, which is kind of funny to me. He's like, yeah, I heard some of them, they're kind of creepy, so let's do some podcasting about it. So yeah, it's just generally about them just diving into these audio recordings, and it seems like it kind of gets more personal to Evie's own life as we go on, and there's some happenings in the house, and there's like creepy horror kids songs and all that. But yeah, we can just get into it.
Yeah, okay. So the marketing material for this movie was like, if you are a studio and you're listening to this, which is unlikely, but it better happen. Make trailers like this. This is how you get people to go see your movie. Do not reveal what's going on. Just show some ominous, weird stuff slightly related to the plot of your movie, and I'm going to buy a ticket that day. Okay?
Yeah.
It's so good.
No.
Now, when I left the theater, my concluding thoughts were, what the fuck? Why is it so hard for writers to end shit? I just feel like there's like an ego that gets involved when you write a script like this that's so, I guess, like ambiguous, where you can't just end the thing definitively. It's like, I think sometimes like A24 indie movies kind of do this a lot, where it's like they chase the dragon of trying to imply stuff and assume the audience is intelligent, but then ends up like not delivering a satisfying conclusion. And this movie absolutely did that. I loved the tension building. I loved the scenes. I love that they did it with like, minimal cast, minimal set pieces, etc. But god damn it, they did not deliver a satisfying conclusion.
Yeah, no. They, like you said, they really built up the tension. They built up the ending, and then when we actually get there, it's just like okay, at least I can leave.
The movie ended with her being slightly overstimulated. Basically, like it was just like a character getting overstimulated while the camera shakes for a little bit, and then there's like a couple of minutes.
It's just like you imply. Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of implication sometimes. So. Just the movie, it was just really good at building tension. Like anytime she was, I gotta admit, anytime she like joined the call like we're doing, and she put the headphones on and like the noise cancellation happened, I was like, oh, like the sound is sounding nice. Like it was just like, and then you just hear Justin's voice like, hey, yeah, let's get into this recording, and she couldn't hear anything because she couldn't even hear the ticking of the clock that was like right in front of her. That was like the main thing that you would notice as soon as she put the headphones on. But she would be just in the house, and we get like a whole bunch of these shots of her, and then there's just like dark corners all around the house. But then we just see her on the right. There was like one of my favorite shots is like it's like a cutoff, and she's on the right, and there's light, and then we see like the black stairwell all going all the way up, and we just like, oh man, like I don't know what's gonna happen, and they're listening to these recordings. But yeah, how'd you feel?
It is literally, this whole movie is basically the staying at grandma's house memes and TikToks, where it's you wake up in the middle of the night to like a air freshener extremely loud, and then there's like a grandfather clock, and then you look at a painting, and it's like the most horrifying image you've ever seen, just like staring at you. Bro, that because she's living with her mother, who is essentially in a coma state, and the direction from the doctor is basically she's she's about to pass away, and so she's just doing like comfortability services for her mom until she passes away. And a lot of this movie is kind of dealing with like her losing her mother, but also her being exhausted with having to take care of her every day, and it's like kind of teetering on that, like obviously you don't want them to die, but like you kind of want it to be over with. And there's just like there's a lot of really deep things here, like for like a cast which is basically is composed of 3 people, and one of which the mom, who never moves or talks outside of every time you see her in the bro, like every time.
Yeah, the mirror is chills, man. Like, it was chills. Yeah,
I'm not a fan of ghost movies that much, but I think this one kind of did all the stuff I like, because there wasn't any direct jump scares. It was more like the character goes to the bathroom, and the mother, who's in a comatose, like sits up, like the Exorcist, and looks over, and you're like, that's the tension I can get behind. I'm not a super big fan of jump scares, and like this movie plays with your brain. It uses the thesis of it's whatever your brain is going to conjure is scarier than what's actually on the screen. So like they do the shots like you said, where they set up this like super dark background with like red lighting, and she's got the noise canceling on. Them being podcasters was so funny, because like she's going through it with a horrible boyfriend. She lives at her dying mother's house, and her only friend is a guy who lives in the United Kingdom who she does podcasts with. So like the concept of him being like, hey, I know your life is fucking horrible right now, is there anything I can do? And her being like, nah, can we just do the pod, is so funny.
It's so funny, bro, man. I love
them constantly reminding each other to stay in character. Not super relatable for our pod, because we mostly just riff, but it is really funny.
Right. He's like, yeah, we gotta cut it out. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Bro, like, also, I feel like they were like, they would podcast for like 30 minutes, and he'd be like, you want to stop? I'm like,
y'all gotta get some endurance.
Y'all gotta get some endurance. Y'all gotta keep going. You gotta get some content. Yeah,
bro. Start talking, bro. Like, or like they'll just start talking about something, and she'll be like, I'm really tired. Can we finish this tomorrow? You know how fucking exhausting it would be to do like an episodic release of something, but instead of filming an episode a day and editing it, you gotta like film like 3 separate times and edit them all together, and that's just one episode. Also, what the fuck is the release schedule? If they're recording for 5-minute increments, and then like, I mean, ours is bad. We haven't posted in like 6 months, but I'm just saying, like are they recording like 15 minutes of one episode? Because she says, I'll see you like next Friday, so they've got like 2 days a week to record. So they must be releasing an episode once every 4 months. I know their audience is pissed.
Yeah, and then sometimes they have live episodes apparently where people call in. Or you think the entire thing is live? No, there's no way the entire thing is live.
No, it's like a Corey X Kenshin scenario where you forget that they exist, and then a new video posts like 12 minutes later.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say also like the dynamic of the podcast where she's just like the skeptic and he is like the it's so cliche, but we really see it when stuff starts happening in the house where like the faucet would turn on or a light would turn on or that little statue would move, and she's just
ignoring
like
it.
Lati da, nothing's happening. The fuck's wrong with her?
I think obviously, if I was in her position, I wouldn't immediately connect like the strange content. Well, actually, yes, I would, because I'm like paranoid and stupid like that. But it would definitely take a second to absolutely understand what's happening. But I have to go on a tangent. I hate that true crime podcast format where it's like it's like wife and husband or friend and friend, and one person has like memorized the entire case back to back to back, and then the other person has never fucking heard of the murder before, and so they're like
really?
Hey, they're like, wait, and the police didn't get involved, motherfucker. Y'all have an outline. There's a shared Google Doc right now. You know what? Like, and I get it. It's because like the one podcaster as a stand-in for the audience, but like I can't handle it. That's why I like documentaries more, because everyone on screen is an expert or involved with the case. I don't want to hear about somebody asking dumbass questions like, how could they do that? That's so fucked up, you know?
It's so fucked. Oh, guys, Plucky, that's Pluck, right? Major Pluck.
Yes, and this movie doesn't do it as bad. I feel like both character, but like them having to quote unquote go back to character was a little frustrating. How they kind of had to pretend to be like this particular format. Like I get it, everyone's like a little bit different when they post content, but like you know, yeah. I did like the deep dive stuff too. Like I like how they basically like discovered this case of weird happenings related to stuff, and then there's like kind of this like history of children's songs and stuff like that, and it's like actually this song was about arson, you know, and crazy shit like that. That was fun.
I love the scenes where I guess we could start. They're going throughout like some of like the of the tapes, and she'll be like, wait, okay, play that black, play that black, play that black. Oh, I said
help him,
play it back, and then it'd be like. I was waiting to do this on the podcast. They'd be like, wait, play it again.
Bro, and they're like, do you hear that? Do you hear that? Me in the fucking theater?
Yeah.
Because I can't hear shit. Like, I feel so bad. People talk to me and I can't hear anything they're saying. And this movie, they're like, he's saying kill all the children. I'm just hearing like,
yeah, exactly. It's like, and then they're like, oh, like, I think they're saying that. And I'm like, you know what? I think I do hear
you
that.
Think so? Yeah. I was like, I don't hear that. Like, I'm not hearing what you're hearing. And then, like, it didn't even do the thing, because what movies usually do is it'll be like, I will kill them. It like makes it clear for the audience. But this movie doesn't do that. And I get it. Like the whole point is that's what playing songs in reverse does, is your brain tricks itself into creating meaning where there isn't any. But that didn't happen for me. Like, I don't know if I'm just not listening to enough backwards music or reading enough creepypastas, but I wasn't hearing the shit they were hearing. So it was just hilarious. I was like, oh, I guess they find some I'm not.
Yeah, no, it's like they find like this like actual like creepypasta. Yeah, that's kind of funny.
The whole movie
like that. Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it's a Reddit story.
I don't know. I feel like it's a little goofy because like you would think people would have been found out about this kind of like reversing of just common children horror stuff. I mean, it can be a little creepy, but then I guess like in a lot of the promo they were playing it too, right? Playing it backwards, being like, is anybody going to decipher this?
Undertone.
The undertone. Ah, man, like it was like a little creepy at times, but
I have to admit that this movie kind of did get itself confused, because the plot and the title is Undertone. It's implying that there is a message hidden beneath like these songs, and particularly the audio files that are playing. But the movie pivots and is like, actually, no, the undertone of the audio file isn't the true secret that's fucking you up. It's just the primary audio. Because later they receive, like from an anonymous email source, they receive these audio clips of basically a couple recording each other sleeping, and then the wife basically like is getting possessed at night, and so you hear that worked so well because like there's no visual, so you're just hearing these audio files, and my brain is conjuring the most terrifying scenario of waking up next to someone and them like in like a fucking weird ass position going like
I wonder how that would feel, you know.
I'm that
just
guy.
Having a partner. I know. Having a partner that does that, man.
Yeah. I'm the person that has like that like sleep talks and moves and all that stuff. So the amount of times I've been woken up because my significant other is freaking the fuck out because I have sat up in the middle of the bed at 3 a.m. and started saying shit that is not in any known language.
Talking backwards. Yeah.
It's just so funny because they're like they'll be like, Jesse, and I'm like. And they're like, what the fuck? And I'll be like, I have no idea what you're talking about, because I don't even remember my dreams either. So I'm like, I'm the Undertone final boss, I guess.
It sounds like it. Yeah, you perfect for this. So they were recording your audios. Man. Yeah, that's what they gotta do. That's the next sequel possibilities.
Oh shit, it's just me. I'm the bad guy.
Yes, they're just going over your secret recordings of what you say when you sleep, and then I
get murked by the pregnancy demon. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the other thing.
We could talk about it. We can get more into it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's the other thing about this movie is like the supernatural creature behind this is like, so they're like a children devourer kind of, and like the our protagonist discovers that they're pregnant.
Yeah, it seems like a maternity demon thing that it's just either the mother or the child, and it's just that's what they go. The dudes, I think we good, homies, but unless you're a baby boy, but it seems like this is just like a maternal, just absolute horror of just losing your child. It seems like it birds from that, right? Just
Yes, I'm just kind of really confused because it's just like I just feel like there's not necessarily too much going on in this movie. It's fairly streamlined and it is 90 minutes, but it's just the pivot from like there is something underneath the audio files to actually it's just the audio file itself with like basically summoning words. It's the Evil Dead recording, like in Evil Dead Rise, where they play the
record,
the vinyl, and it summons the demon because that's it's and then it pivots again to actually this is this is about like motherhood and maternity and all that and like postpartum. I don't understand how those three things connect very well. Like I get the audio files are just a MacGuffin to summon the maternity demon, but we only have 90 minutes. There's not really a lot of time to establish like the fear of unexpected motherhood or the relationship between Evie and her dying mother. I feel like we kind of pivot into the scary audio supernatural stuff, and there's not a lot of time to establish like this undertone.
Yeah, the undertone to the story. Yeah, it's like she finds it, like she goes out, she has fun, she comes back. I think she comes back and she thinks her mom's out of bed, right?
She's like face down.
She's like laying face down, yeah. So just to make her feel extra bad for not being there, right?
Yeah, that's what you get for living your life.
Yeah, right. She finds out she's pregnant, and then she's she calls like the clinic, right, and sets up an appointment for something.
So. I believe so.
Yeah, I think she does. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe there's some there's an undertone about that, and there's something underneath that we should be divulging more into, but it kind of just stops at that, and it's just about babies and like, do you want your baby or not? This demon's gonna kill your baby instead.
It's gonna make you kill it, which is like
it's gonna make you kill your own baby. Yeah, because you want to do that anyway. So why wait, right?
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, that's what I'm like. That's my confusion is like, what are they really trying to communicate here? Because I think this could have worked really well if you did it like a Smile or like an It Follows, where there is just like a curse where if like up down 346 DMs you on Reddit with these audio files and you listen to like 5 of the 9 of them, you get cursed. Like but like like I said, jumping into this weird maternity stuff, I just think didn't really work so well for the movie. I will say the interesting tension between both podcasts co-hosts was interesting because like it seemed like that there's like that. Her life would have been better if they were in a relationship and living in the same area. Like, because to me, there seemed like a bit of like romantic tension between the two of them. Kind of. It was like the relationship that never was, because obviously he lives in the UK and she has to take care of her mom. And he said, "I can come visit you," etc. So there is that like that. It seems like he's kind of living his best life. And she's kind of.
I think he has like a partner too. Yeah, I feel like he's
fuck
taking
that off-screen lady.
I know. I was just saying, like, he's just living not better life, but
absolutely a better life.
Okay, yes. Well, it seems like she's only there like maybe for like a couple weeks. I don't know. I feel like she's not like she doesn't live there. She's just there because it's like the situation. But yeah, I do feel like this is like this failed relationship or something that never was, and she would be just happy. I think she's with her boyfriend Darren or something like that.
And he's horrible.
Yeah, it seems like he ain't shit. But pregnant though, so.
Yeah, which makes it even more complicated, which is actually funny because Evil Dead's like that too, where like she gets the protagonist is finds out she's pregnant from somebody in the band or like one night stand or something. But like for the stuff that does work, like I said, I'm a big fan of this concept, and I like the way the camera work and the scene, because there's only one setting for the whole movie. We don't even get to see her go to the party. The entire movie is shot in basically a living room, in the house, and then the bedroom,
or outside the house. When she comes in, we see a little bit outside the house, or maybe it was just the foyer, but yeah, that's it.
So I guess we can dive into the ending now and what we liked and disliked about it. So essentially, the movie ends with them having like a live episode, and during the live episode, they have callers, and the callers are like because they start to connect the dots to like maybe some of like these, maybe some of the like the not parent-side, but like, you know, infanticide cases are like, you know, linked to the couple they heard on the recordings and to the tapes that were sent out. And somebody calls in and is basically like, yeah, like, you know, I knew this
those
lady who
guys.
lived across the street or whatever, and she killed her baby by slamming it against the wall in the basement. And they relate it somehow to either the tapes or how, like, something. There's a way to connect it. And then we continue, and there's another person that's like, yeah, there's a house across the street. And at this point, the movie implies to the audience that the house the protagonist Evie is currently living in is the house where there was the previous infanticide scenario. It basically says like she's in that same house, she's in that same.
Oh, that's what they built it up as.
Yes,
didn't
the movie
that.
To me, that's what it implies, and then it turns into the person on the phone, like her mic kind of disconnects from Justin's, and the person on the phone is the demon. And it's basically like, ha ha, you've already listened to too many tapes, kind of thing. Like, you know, because they're like,
oh, she lives in the last one.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, well, what the fuck? Also, from a cybersecurity, I guess we're nitpicking now. From a cybersecurity standpoint, how do you feel about them just like opening up these emails from random people with no profile pictures and then clicking and downloading the links? That's got to be like a
no, that's just like it's definitely wrong. Yeah, you get like a message from like Mike Hawk, and then he's like, hey man, check out these 10 files.
Picture,
yeah, it's just like the basic profile picture, and yeah, he just goes for it. But I guess that's just a part of it. Maybe use a fake email, but you still download it into your system. So
could you imagine the rest of this movie is actually just them trying to call the Geek Squad at Best Buy to get the virus off their computer?
Yeah, it's like this. You open up your laptop and the demon's just banging on the laptop on the screen. He's like, "Hey man, can you fix this? Like, I don't know how this shit got downloaded."
You know, if this is an A24 movie, what would have happened is they would have got the curse from downloading the thing. The whole thing would have been like a cybersecurity awareness ad where they download it and then like the demon infiltrates their network.
Oh, so okay, that's why everything's going on.
Have you ever seen the Scooby-Doo movie with the boss?
Oh, Cyber Chase?
Yeah, Cyber Chase. The movie is just Cyber Chase in live action.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, as soon as you said that, I that's like the classic one.
I fucking love Cyber Chase. I just remember the baseball scene. Actually, I think we need to fucking do Cyber Chase on the pod. In any case, so how did you feel about this movie ending with like an audio like screech fest, and then the movie abruptly ending with all the writing on the wall insinuating that she's going to get possessed by the demon and likely take out her infant? And how did you feel about the way this movie ended?
Yeah, she's like freaking out, and I think she's like she makes her way upstairs, and like she sees her mom standing up, and then that's where like the movie ends. I want to say she turns around and sees her mom standing there. Yeah, I mean it kind of is just a nothing burger.
Absolutely nothing burger.
It just ends there. Like the tension building was fun. I don't know why. Like when she's talking to like that mom or something like that, because you know the mom. Let's say like there actually is a person who's like thinking about her harming their child because they're listening to this podcast. I forgot about that, yeah, and she's just like, it's okay. There's like a light inside of you. You can't give up, and like, they really try to sell you as like everything's gonna be okay. And then we know.
Movie pro-life? Is this just like a pro-life campaign that we didn't see?
Oh well, the movie, the baby already birthed. The baby already birthed.
Yeah, but like like when Evie is describing the kid as a light, it's implying that she's talking to herself. So I'm like,
you're right.
That's what I mean. Like, what are they trying to talk about here? You know?
Yeah, this could be seen as that. I don't think this baby in this circumstance would make her feel any better. You know, it's just like she gonna be a single mother. Darren ain't shit. Darren, yeah, I don't know.
No support system. Like I'm not saying. I'm saying that she should choose. Like, you know, what scenario works best for her. That's why I found this movie particularly confusing. Yeah. So
this is like the gold standard. This is the perfect abortion.
My thing is like, yeah, just for a movie that built so much tension expertly with like limited resources because they had a budget of $15, I just like, I'm completely disappointed on how they ended this movie. You're telling me you couldn't have spent another $20 on like, you know, like smiling it by either like manifesting the creature or just showing us how the fuck the movie ends? You know?
Oh yeah.
Like, at least like kill your protagonist, defeat the demon, or show me like some form of like horrible creature. It's just like end the movie. Don't build
Yeah.
so much tension and then literally not release it or anything. Like, because then I'm just staring at credits, thinking like, wow, I really spent like real life dollars on a creepy pasta or an r/scary stories paragraph. You know.
Yeah, this is when this kind of movie like gets to it. This is its fault where, like, they can't go to like where Justin is and be like show scary stuff happen over there. It just or where the caller is calling from either. It's just her, and they just choose to do the most like bland ending that they possibly could. I mean, like you said, we need to see some type of aberration or physical manifestation of whatever is actually causing this terror in the house, but maybe that's what is possessing her mother. But we have to fucking just
You don't know.
not implicate, but we don't know. We have to just emphasize, not emphasize. Well, I forget the word I'm trying to
Imply.
think of, but just imply. We were supposed to imply that that's the case, but I have no fucking clue what's going on
Wasting
there.
my
So
goddamn time, bro. Like,
yeah,
it just be movies like this be pissing me off, bro. Like, anyway, so yeah, I think that makes me want to tell people not necessarily to not see the movie, but just to like this is definitely a movie you should put on maybe like while you're waiting for your friends to text you that they're ready.
okay. This is an in transition movie. Is that what you're saying?
Unfortunately, yes. Like if you have 90 minutes to kill, this is a great movie to watch in an isolated environment. Like I couldn't watch this movie while scrolling on TikTok. It would definitely not work. But like for a movie that was kind of marketed as this like highbrow, audio horror, it honestly kind of felt more like Paranormal Activity 3 or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I was thinking the same. That's the same kind of vibe. It's not really found footage because it felt like it was, but it's not.
It's like found audio.
Found audio. Found audio.
They couldn't afford the footage. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Blair Witch Project, but they didn't get the grant to do the documentary, so that they're not on location. They're just doing the research online.
and they're on their house. Yeah, this is their house. This is the director's house.
All right. So, do you have any other criticisms for how the movie was portrayed?
Not really. Man, I guess everything goes into like the ending. It only has like one like iconic scene. Honestly, to me, everything else is just audio, and maybe it's due to the fact that most of it is just audio and her just being like, and just like her typing into Wikipedia and all that.
Table, yeah.
Yeah, waking up at the kitchen table. Yeah, it's just the scene of her, like, obviously her mom just like turning when she's just like, in the closet looking for something. Right. That's scary. But yeah, it's just not iconic. That's where it ends for me. No, we don't really get too much of Justin. Justin's okay. He's an okay character. He's not like a bad guy. He's just there.
Yeah, he's just a stand-in for like a supportive person in her life, like, you know.
Yeah, the closest thing she has.
Yes, we can't really pick our death scene because no one fucking died. Most chilling scene, yeah, I agree. It is kind of just like the moments where the house is completely dark and then there's like stairs.
Yes,
with no audio.
You stole it. You let me talk. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, it's mine.
I'll take a different one because you did bring that up earlier. Outside of that, I don't really necessarily want to go with a mom scene where she's just posted up. So I'll go with like by the 60-minute point in the movie, they've sold the creepy audio stuff to me. So probably like one of the last two tapes of the other couple, like, you know, documenting the sleep stuff, and then you kind of hear like some fuck shit going on, and then the audio cuts out. I wouldn't mind that. Like the couple on the other side. Yeah, I would think that's
not bad. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Grave mistake has to be once again participating in the cybersecurity vulnerability. And downloading the audio files.
Yeah. Maybe that's like the format that they do. Like they have like a viewer submissions on what to cover next. I feel like that's probably the case, but that was a bad decision. I love she lives in the last audio. It's too late because there's like a point in the movie where she's just gonna skip. She's listened to like the 5th one, and she's gonna skip all the way to the 10th. And then I guess it would have happened there, but who knows? I
completely forgot you said that, by the way, because you know how fucking stupid that is. So does that mean like audio clips 1 through 9 are just rage bait? Like they're trying to
Yeah.
get you to like know that there's a creepy and also what if like the 10th file doesn't send correctly and is corrupted or something, or like it's unable to download. So it's like, hey, I got 1 through 9 though. Like
Yeah,
why?
I got one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What the why is there
No.
9 other clips then?
I don't know. Maybe it's like a tension building. Maybe it's like it's really selling you on this 10th one, being like, I gotta listen. You know, I feel like once you listen to the first one, I think there's a succession rate of once you listen to the first one, like you almost undoubtedly listen to that last one.
Have you ever started a show and then just not finished it? That's exactly what I would do if I was receiving these
Iron
audio
Fist?
clips. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like what I would do is I would just be emailing people the 10th clip because they have to listen to it. There's only one. I'm just saying for like a demon that has to like prey on people, this is definitely an inefficient strategy of delivering.
Oh, you're right.
Curse.
But like, I feel like this is also like a demon way. It's like we gonna fuck with him. We gonna fuck with them. We ain't gonna do just one.
I just feel like there's a more efficient strategy here where you create a TikTok trend of your own curse where you just start posting the audio file. And then you got like influencers reacting.
Oh, that's a good one, especially in these modern times, because like I guess the old version is like the ring with like a tape, and it's just one, and you just do it like that.
Yeah,
but
and then someone
no.
forgets to put the DVD in; it sits on a shelf all year. Like Candyman does this in the most recent adaptation, where like after the initial homicide in the art gallery, the high school girls are like, "Let's turn this into a trend," and they do the Candyman thing
in the bathroom
and get clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they find about it through like that's a good way to pivot.
That's a perfect
There really isn't music besides children's songs, so there isn't something great there. Representation station gotta be like an absolute one. There's like no minorities in this movie, and
female protagonist is maternity. I mean, it can't be just the one. We just gave something else a higher score because of that.
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
got to be at least a 4.
I'm going
I would
one
say.
for sure, absolutely.
Okay.
I said almost no minorities, not none.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, and there's not necessarily female empowerment, as I still can't tell if the movie is trying to tell me that it's pro-choice, because also none of the women are able to successfully win against the creature. So, not to like nitpick, or place my opinions where they shouldn't be. I just can't see anywhere.
I would say a 3.
Okay, I got you. I guess a 1 would be like almost directly racist. So I guess like a 2 or a 3.
It's like a 1 would be only guys, and they're just like super misogynistic the entire time. And maybe one. Yes. Yeah, there's no minority. Maybe there's one like woman, but she just like it's the blunt of everything that happens. That's a 1.
That's fair. So let's see. I think we went through grave mistake. We went through everything. Do you have a sequel possibility here? Is there a way we can smile to this into having another one?
Honestly, I think I can make a scenario of like what would happen, but the more I think about it, the more I don't want to.
Yep.
So how do you feel?
That's how I feel too. I feel like Undertone 2 would pretty much turn into like the Hollow Man series or something, or like the Invisible Man, where it's like you could make a sequel to this, but no one would watch it. It would fail at the box office, and we'd never get a third one. Or this would Undertone 2 would release direct to streaming, and it would show like the movie would start out with Justin investigating what happened to Evie, and then so you have the same scenario where like the 10th ends up clapping his wife or something. Like this movie, like Undertone 2 would likely take place like, between like 5 and 10 years later. Justin has a kid and like, he's got like a picture of Evie at the desk. And when he has the kid, the case reopens in some capacity and he listens through all the audio files and his wife starts tweaking. So they basically become the couple from the original tapes.
I think it's good. I like that.
Probably
so more than one person.
The first movie, but like I said, no one would see it, or it would release direct to Hulu or something.
We could stop here. Yeah,
that's enough.
Don't give me any ideas.
Honestly, like I don't hate Undertone as much as I'm communicating primarily criticisms about it. Because like I said, the tension building was excellent, and I did like some of the cinematography for it. But in general, what would you give it out of 5? Do you think?
Out of 5, I was thinking about this, man. It's hard. It always is hard. Have you seen what the general consensus on Letterboxd is?
I have it pulled up,
I think
but
I know.
I forgot to review it, so after this, I will review it.
Okay, let's say ours and let's look at it. I would say, man, it's really hard because I did enjoy like some of the like the tension building. I would say a 2.5. I wouldn't say this is a 3.
This is my problem. I like it's just barely missing a 3 for me. But I feel like a 2.5 is too harsh because I have given movies I don't like a 2.5, and I actually kind of like this movie. So I think I will artificially inflate my score to 3, despite me thinking that like I think if I were to be specific, it would be like a 2.6. So I gotta round up here. But yeah, so the Letterbox average score is a 3.0. So it seems like the audience is a little mixed here, and
a little mixed.
And it's primarily peaking at that 2 to 3.5 situation. So that's why the average seems to be breaking up at a 3. But yeah, I would recommend seeing this movie, like I said, in an isolated environment, but I wouldn't plan my Friday, Saturday night around this movie. You're going to be disappointed.
Oh, no. That's a terrible decision. Go watch a fucking classic over this. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I guess that's our feelings on Undertone, guys. We have some stuff to look forward to, though. I guess we can kind of conclude on this real quick. Is there any movies coming out soon that have kind of been marketed in this capacity, like this same we don't really tell you anything capacity that you're excited for?
I'm not sure. I did get emailed some audio files though, so maybe we can cover that in the next episode. Yeah. But I think I have been seeing a lot of upcoming there's some Hokum featuring Adam Scott. It's like this kind of Irish horror. Adam Scott, the guy from Severance, the main character. He's in this kind of Irish folklore horror movie coming out soon. I'm looking forward to that. There's some other stuff that I really want to cover, but man, do you have any?
Faces of Death.
Faces of Death. Yes, yeah, that's definitely coming up soon. That already came out, but that's what Barbie Ferreira from Euphoria. So I'm looking forward to that.
Backrooms. I feel like that one also.
Backcock. Oh yeah. Backrooms with from the bad dude from Doctor Strange. Oh, I forgot his name, but he's the main character. I'm looking forward to that, and that's I think that's gonna be good. I have high hopes for that.
I'm really nervous. I think the only way the Backrooms movie works is if they do a creature reveal.
Because, they will. There is an entity that lives in there.
But my problem is I don't know if it's going to be like the Dead by Daylight entity where it manipulates stuff, but because I imagine there is going to be characters that die off screen after you hear some weird fucking noises.
Get dragged away.
Yeah, or there's going to be people who die from just straight up the isolation of just infinitely walking through these rooms and stuff. But if this movie doesn't do a creature reveal at the end to immediately pay off all the tension it's building, it's going to be just like this movie where you're like, oh, so the scariness of it is the claustrophobia and the wandering infinitely. The Backrooms is scary because it's there's a half of a couch just phased through a yellow wall and you're like, what the fuck is going on here? But if nothing is going on there, then it just becomes like an infinite maze. I don't need a picture of Grimace to follow the character through the hallway and get faster. There's that version of the Backrooms, but there's got to be something lurking.
Yeah, I think you'll like it. I think it's gonna be one of those things where we have the character get super obsessed. It seems like the guy is gonna be that character.
Sure.
He's
really good at that,
I gotta know how big does it go? I gotta know more about it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and we'll cover it for sure. It's the internet horror stuff, so that's gonna be popping.
Yeah, well, I think that concludes our episode of Undertone. Thank you guys for watching. Please engage with the content. We are on YouTube and Spotify, so if you have any adjustments, send them over. Bye.
Yep. Bye. Thank you.